What is up, YouTube? We are back with some more IdleOn videos. This time we're going to be going over the World 7 patch notes. That's right, if you guys don't know, IdleOn World 7 patch has finally come out. Now, it's not the full World 7. If anybody's been following the dev postings in the main cord, you'll know that this is basically the first part of World 7, and we're going to be covering exactly what has come out, what we're looking at for fixes, quality of life, etc., etc. So, kind of TLTR. The patch notes are broken down into 4 categories. We got new content, we got quality of life, we got balance changes, and we got some bug fixes. And we'll be covering some of the new content in greater detail in future videos. For now, we're just gonna be going over, hey, what's new, fucking hotness, shit like that. But let's get right into things.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
Alright, well let's go ahead and unlock World 7. Assumedly, you've reached the Samurai map in World 6, you'll be able to unlock World 7. It's real simple. Emperor got incredibly easy to fight. So, simple step is, go kill Emperor. We'll quickly show you here right now. And instead of dropping the IOUs as he did before World 7 release, he will actually drop a jewel here. So, we'll quickly just kill the Imp. And then you'll be able to see that he drops the jewel, and we'll be able to drop that in the portal in World 6 town. Takes a little minute here. There we go. Alright, and with him dead, he drops this new blue jewel. Once you've got the jewel, you'll be able to head back to town. Go all the way to the right. Go ahead and talk to the bird as you would any standard town unlock, and you are now in World 7. And from there, let's talk about the big grab-all feature that everybody is talking about, and is a very interesting mechanic in general. That is spelunking. So, assumedly, you want to start off with doing your World 7 town quest, which is divvied out by this guy right over here. It's a very short quest. As previously stated, World 7 isn't fully out. It's more, this is like the first half of World 7, but already what is here is going to require a lot of investment, a lot of time, and we're still trying to figure out the mechanics as we go. So starting off strong with spelunking. Spelunking is a energy-based mechanic, so it is time-gated to a point. When you spend your energy, you will have to wait for it to recharge, or you can purchase currency to restore your charge in the form of batteries from the shop, but they're also given out from the quests, which are these guys right here. But besides that, let's tear right into the meat and potatoes, go over every main feature other than this one, and kind of get into the nitty and gritty with all that is new and all that is specifically tied to World 7 and this patch. Right then, let's talk about spelunking. So, basic TLDR spelunking is as follows. Dive down tunnels, break things, collect amber, click on bosses. Very simple. Now, early on, you're only going to be able to start with one kind of spelunking tunnel, and that'll be Pebble Cove. Your energy is going to be very, very, very low. So, my advice, once you do your initial energy deposit, or energy run, so you do your first 3 sets of everybody, go ahead and get everybody settled into the actual delve locations themselves, so that they're able to get better XP for what they do. Which, if we go here onto the first map, you'll be able to access. We head down here, and we take a look. So, right now you are actively spunking, as I like to call it. Spelunking, you are able to get notes, which are actually useful twofold. So, the currency that is generated here is an item that is useful for vials. In this case, you can use this to boost chapters as well, and chapters is, you go here, and you go to lore, and you go to view chapters. In my case, it's base spelunking efficiency for 2 different chapters. But also, under my alchemy, if I go ahead and take a look at vials here, I have it unlocked as a vial in alchemy as well, giving me a total damage multiplier. So there are a few of these zones around. I only currently have access to 2, as I'm still working on my spelunking. So there's a zone here, and then there is another zone farther down this way. Oh, geez, it's the other map. There you go. But yes, so this is how you train your spelunking. If you take a look, it is based off of a efficiency variable, so you'll still be able to see how much you're working on. And you can do this active, you can do this AFK, it really comes down to you. But spelunking in general is very easy to get started on. Simply go to spelunking, click on your first cave, select your first 3 guys, hit enter. You won't have access to the hammer, this menu won't be here, it'll just be your standard click. You're going to start off with going around, saying, oh, clicking around, going ahead and hit descend. As you descend, you'll get down to your lower layers. If you really want to try to be picky about it, if you can get your clicks timed right between some of these rocks or slightly above, you'll be able to double tap the rocks and hit both the bottom and the top. You can also do side to side, but it's a lot more difficult to pull off. There's more success in the bottom and top rung. But it's another skill cycle of invest in X skill to get more X currency, to invest in X skill to get more X currency. Eventually you'll unlock the ability to get auto, or if you buy it from the shop, you will get the ability to do multiple tiers of auto, so it just kind of determines how fast. This bag, for example, is something you can buy from the shop to exceed your process. The rope that you just saw there that went away, I was going to show the boss, but the rope is an example of typically when you're doing these delves and you're collecting this amber, you're going to have to pay a cost if you don't use a rope to leave. So in my case, I'm not going to use a rope. I'm just going to let this sit here. And I have to pay 50% of my loot without the upgrades right now to leave with my stuff. So I gained 449, but if I leave, I have nowhere near that. So it's kind of you need to risk versus reward analysis your own runs, but overall it's very simple. Energy goes up gradually unless you want to use an energy charge. You can. It's totally up to you. Lore is where you're going to unlock your new quote-unquote bonuses. So in my case, having the rat from the first one and the clam for the second one, the rat gives me a new island and a new tier of artifacts. Having the clam gets me super bits. So if I go ahead and go to my bits gaming here, I have a new duper bits page of modifiers. So blunking is time gated to a point, but you can improve things like work on how much amber you're getting across a run, how much energy you're getting across a run, passive amber gain based off of XYZ values, the auto button if you don't want to be clicking around, which really depends on your playstyle, you can't do that. By default, your ambers are going to be this color here. It's going to be this yellow-orange amber. I have the upgrade that turns it so that 1,000 orange amber turns into a blue amber. It's not really anything different other than a rehash. So, in general, focus on what you're good at for your characters, working on pushing your POW because you want to push your POW for one specific thing. So, you use POW to open up the cages on fish here in the world, as well as helping in spelunking, because POW is what's used to break rocks. So if you click on these, it'll tell you need X number of POW so that every time you hit it, you guarantee to break. You can be under it and still hit it, but it's going to require multiple hits. So in my case, as you can see, I need 11.3 mil for the next one, and then 37, etc., etc. Every time you unlock a fish from using your POW in World 7, they will allow you to have new upgrades. So in this case, the first one's Brain Coral. Every day your grind time gets plus 10 levels. Or green, which I believe this was 900k POW. Adds a new mini ninja knowledge upgrade for your Jade, which I will happily show off here. So if we take a look, symbols now drop from any floor with a success of 2.72 more often, and we'll be in the whole sneaking changes down the line. But yeah, slunking is very, very, very good. I'm still very new to it in the sense of my progress, but trust me, people have blazed through this pretty heavily. The only thing I will say is golden stopwatches do not affect this. Golden stopwatches do not affect spelunking. The only way to affect spelunking energy gain is exclusively to use the batteries that are provided in the shop. Now, there's two other things worth noting. If you use a rope and you still have energy on your character, you do not lose that energy. Your character just goes back and starts regaining even more energy. If you want to say, hey, I don't want to wait for my character to be full charge, I just want to send them directly in, great. The only specification is you need to wait for your energy to have at least 50%. If you're at least 50%, you'll be able to send somebody. So case in point, if I select this, yep, I cannot send any individual unless they have 50% energy. But all these other guys who are near max, I absolutely can recruit them, send them in. So that's just kind of the surface level of spelunking. There's a lot more to cover in it, but I do recommend getting started on it as soon as you can because it is more or less time gated. And don't waste your batteries. You will get batteries for doing the initial quest. Do not waste them. Save them for when you are planning to do major pushes, or you get something insane for an upgrade that will help push your multipliers, your POWs, whatever the case may be. But for now, save your batteries.
Come below the waves with me as we explore the riot of color and life that exists on the coral reefs.
Now, next on the list is the coral reef from Humble Hues. So this is Humble Hue, these fish which are directly tied to it. Now, what is interesting in regards to this is you have to spend coral to get upgrades here. So stuff in the brain coral and the pillar coral, which, remember, as mentioned in the spelunking section, you unlock these once you have enough POW to actually break the cages here in the map. But this is not the only place where you're going to be able to spend it. So if we head back over to the snails map, you'll see this dancing coral here. For your initial coral investment, you'll need to spend, I believe it's 20 of the red coral in order to get the Woodchiller Shrine based coral, so making it 2% daily coral reef per wood shrine over 200, plus 100 to the Ezekian, spelunking POW, and then I'll go ahead and spend here on the glowing coral. This adds it to the crystal shrine, etc., etc. So this is another segment where you're going to be spending your coral, and really does incentivize pushing your construction out to help gain your other bonuses. And as you can see here, mine isn't at 200 yet, shame on me, but it does show the effect of them as I go through. So in this case, I'm really trying to hamper down onto that spelunking POW, because the first one is, I believe, very cheap, like 500. The second one is 900k, and then the third is 40 million. So the jump on cost for unlocking those damn fish is pretty astronomical. So just keep that in mind.
She loves it. She's going for it. Whoa! Hey, what the hell are you doing?
You can't throw art in the trash.
Oh, that wasn't art, it was garbage.
Wait.
Now, one of my personal favorite features, the gallery. Basically, the gallery operates as a repository of all your statues and name tags. So rather than being applied to one individual, they're going to be applied to all your players. In conjunction to that, though, and be advised, in conjunction to that, you can buy, if you just want to have it for the fit, you can buy replicas, which don't offer you anything additional, no bonuses, it just grants you the title that you can equip. But you can if you're really interested. But this does make it so that all your name tag bonuses and the trophy bonuses will apply out to all of your tunes up to at least for a gallery level. They're very specific in terms of slot, but name tags will just apply out all the way. So this does incentivize, say, farming out the 5 bonus V-Man name tags, Trash Island name tags, extras if you might have had from the anniversary, and do not forget to grab your name tags from Tome now, because you'll be able to deposit them here. But the gallery is very, very, very nice to have.
Yeah, I forget the next couple lines, but then it goes, secret tunnel through the mountain.
Now, mentioned in the patch notes includes a bunch of content for World 7, obviously, and even some quote-unquote secrets. So, there is quite a few things that you can discover, such as Clamworks, which is more or less the new clicker, the 11th Divinity, quote unquote. Yeah, there's a lot of secrets you can find, and one of the earliest ones you'll be able to hit is here in the second map out of World 7. You'll see this row of coral. If you simply go down this coral here, you'll have access to another money pit, where you'll be able to spend your money on various upgrades, spelunking, AFK away gains, kill per kill, you know, bunch of stuff like that that is very, very, very useful. So keep your eye out on secrets. Obviously don't want to spoil it all myself because there is fun stuff to be had. Now sailing got some love. They have 4 brand new artifacts, which the first one gives gallery slots for trophies. The second gives legend talent points. The third giving spelunking bonuses, or bigger lore bonuses in spelunking. And part 2, TBD, which, I wonder what that could be. That being said as well, in sailing, other than getting 4 brand new artifacts, we actually got a new tier above Sovereign. We have Omnipotent Form relics. Or artifacts. So you can go even higher and pray and push your luck on getting all of the new artifacts possible. So you better get on your 2-hour clicks, because even I've done a little bit of it. I'm only gotten, I'd say, about half or more minus it. So time for a rapid fire review of the notes, just because there's a lot still left to cover and I don't want to make this video too long. So starting off with summoning, got 11 new upgrades and a new unit type. As it sits, I'm seeing individuals pushing as far well past 300, like we're talking some really, really, really good endless summoning rounds at the moment. So take advantage of that, but again, that's unlocked in spelunking. I don't have access to that currently, but it is very huge. Super bit upgrades, showed that off previously for spelunking itself. If you don't know what that's talking about, in gaming, once you get the second boss, you'll have access to the duper bits, which offers some real nice shit. Farming got 60 new upgrades and some incredible crops. So far, people are really, really pushing that limit well past what we had originally thought. There's a new feature in gaming, which is fantastic, known as Palette. Palette allows you to add some quote-unquote color to your sprouts. These colors do different things like sprout growth speed, skill efficiency, construction rate, and right now, you won't see this by default, but you can see the level of your colors. You can view the odds of getting a certain color and the odds of leveling a color, because it will have the sprouts in gaming actually grow as said color, and right there popped a level up. So that's how you work with your palette in that regard. Let's see, friend bonuses are here. That's great to have. If you don't know what friend bonuses are, simply get some people on your friends list here and they will be able to send you friend bonuses. So in my case, I've got total damage, skill efficiency, drop rate, class XP, and skill XP. These bonuses are different per tier. I think on average everybody's running gold. In my case, I have diamond tier due to the people that I associate with. So that is really, really nice to have. Anvil also got a upgrade. There are a few new additions to Anvil that weren't previously here. You'll be able to see them if you look around and say, hey, why do I have, so-and-so not here, or et cetera, et cetera. There are new ones that you will have access to. So just keep an eye out for that. And on top of that, there is a new tier of Anvil. So at the moment, the bags, and this is just at the moment that we're at, the bags are broken and still give the same amounts as of World 6 bags, so just keep that in mind. It may be missing from your side in terms of, what you can have access to. These rare drops are not as rare as they seem with how obscene drop rate is right now. You'll be able to have everything unlocked. Just be aware that the bags are broken at the moment, but getting into T7 is rather inexpensive from a crafting standpoint, so don't be too worried about it. On top of that, we have a gem shop update. So if we take a look, limited specials are here. So stamina batteries, which are used to refill spelunking, more at base cost. The Mega Feather name tags, which these are worth buying because remember, with Gallery, you can stack a name tag up to 5 times. So if you really got the extra gems lying around, you can spend it. Stuff balling is good. And there is a free pocket watch. Keep in mind, pocket watches do not affect spelunking. They will only affect every other bonus out there. That may be subject to change. But there is a new World 7 bonuses tab. Bonuses to Gallery Showcases, Coral, Legend Points, the Super Auto Mode, and of course the Bling Bags. So all of these are inherently useful. If you're also struggling with meals, there is bonuses to just straight up buy your meals in World 4 bonuses. World 6 has new bonuses for King of All Winners. So yeah, the gem shop got a lot of love. And there was the release of 3-pack. So if you really want to spend your money, you have that choice. There is a new companion set available as well, which is kind of disgusting, to be brutally honest, if we go take a look at those. So if we take a look at the bonuses for the new companion sets, we've got 10x class XP and 10 legend talent points, 4x masterclass drops, 50% meritocracy bonus. This is the unique voting option that is in World 7, and same with the legend points. It's from the whale. The slug shell for daily coral, which is going to be huge because that is one of the things that's just time gated. Battle box multi is disgusting. Plus grade for 2 gallery showcases. Again, tied to gallery in World 7. Artifact find chance necessary for the new tier of artifact, and the new artifacts were added. +1 friend slot bonus obviously makes sense. You'll be able to take advantage of that. Brew speed. There are new bubbles. Class XP, just good to have, and golden food bonus, good to have. There is also 2 new modifiers here for double friend bonuses, double bonus slots, auto loot, quick storage ref, infinite teleporting, and 2x class XP gain and 2x skill XP gain from whales. So there is some disgustingness out there in terms of new pets, so be advised on that. There is 4 new meals when it comes to cooking, so if you have not already gotten all of your cooking done up, there are 4 new meals which are directly tied to World 7. So we have the tempura shrimp, which will grant spelunking XP, the watermelon, whatever the case may be, cheaper spelunking upgrades, cookies to add to total spelunking POW, which is great, and then singing seed for additional amber. So these are very, very good. For those of you who've been stockpiling your good ribbons, I would wholeheartedly recommend some investment into these because spelunking takes quite a while to get up and going. So keep that in mind. There are 9 new vials. Only have a few of them myself, but be advised there are 9 new vials, mostly surrounding the materials of World 7. So Chapter Chug, using the chapter pages from the first delve, you'll be able to unlock this guy for some total damage multi. We've got Sippy Seaweed, which is one of the first logs you can tap. I wholeheartedly recommend grabbing this as fast as you can because faster spelunking speed, I don't know about y'all, I want to blow through my spelunking as fast as possible if I'm going to be sitting there with auto. And Rocky Boba, this is Gaming Bits Multiplier. And as you can see, I've now just 13'd it. It is disgusting. This is going to allow you to really, really juice your gaming setup and many, many more. So keep advised. New vials. Pay attention to that. Now, completely separately from our traditional mechanics, we have 2 new minigames. 2. One's at Board Beans, which I need to click here. So this is Swishy Hoops. So it's basically the same basketball, but there is a way to spend points on upgrades. So it's a kind of nice mini game here that you'll be able to take advantage of before pushing all the way to like Worlds 2, 3, 4, etc. In this case, I can buy a couple of upgrades for monsters. The second one is over here in the boas. It's darts. If you know what darts are, I mean, simple. Try to hit score. You have lives. eventually gradually gets tougher, so the outer and then inners will become harder to hit, but obviously the goal is to just keep racking up points, etc. There is 2 new talents. There is Ancient Multi-Tool and Statue Metallurgy that are available in the World 3 VIP shop, for those unaware. You'll be able to grab them immediately. They are pretty nice, to be brutally honest, so make sure you grab them. Mine are even fully maxed just because I haven't bothered with it yet, but efficiency for all skills and 10% chance of dropping twice as many statues as normal. I'm not going to say no to that, and I may as well, given there are so many lesser talents to be putting in here, comparatively speaking. Now, let's see. Next on the list is Kruk. So Kruk has changed. Kruk finally got a bonus. So if you take a look at Kruk now in Divinity, that's Kruk, this is. Every day you play, you get plus 100 and XYZ amount of levels for these bubbles. So this is going to be boosting your base alchemy bubbles, so your strength, your agi, and your wisdom. Keep in mind, you can only have one character linked to this individual. He is like Permep, so make sure you link to him and get this going as soon as possible. Get it up and running. And as you can see, my blessings are a bit different. We can get into that in a later video. Now, next on the list is Jade Emporium. If we take a look at Jade Emporium, there are 4 new upgrades from Jade Emporium. Starting off, we have the fancy pen for sciences, so boosting POW and Amber by crops after 200. Another gallery podium and palette slot, so we'll add a new palette slot to your gaming, and 100% palette luck. Then gallery podium, so you'll be able to get another podium slot for your gallery. And then last, coral conservatism, boosting your daily coral gain, which is very good because it is locked to time. So that's what you should keep in mind for Jade Emporium. There is a bunch of new tome metrics. Pay attention to that. Tome has changed. And on top of that, Tome also now grants you name tags. So there will be a little button at the bottom here that'll pop up and say, hey, click on me, you'll get name tags. There are 7 concurrently, and they will be changing monthly, so make sure you claim those. In terms of stamps, there are 7 new stamps. I've only grabbed the initial 1, so we still know there's a few out here, but you can buy the Krucker stamp directly from the shop in World 7, so make sure you grab that for sure. There's a 3rd tier of beanstalking, which is kind of insane when you think about it. You're required to talk to this little piss bag here, I'm not joking, and you have to give him 1,000,000 golden food once you finish his quest. So it's kind of insane in terms of golden food effect yet again.
Hey, disconnected. Yeah, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. GG.
Now it's time to talk quality of life. So, as you can probably immediately tell, going anywhere into the game, if you've done at least 1 trillion damage, you're now doing crystal damage. So this is the new damage metric past trillion. So it shows up in blue, and you're able to kind of consolidate this down. I imagine this helps a lot from the sheer amount of data overflow that you get when you get the ridiculous numbers. Plus, it's nice to have my damage stay on the screen, not start eking towards the 2nd row of my inventory. Another thing that's immediately noticeable if you've been farming out, say, World 6 SAMs for quite a while, money. There are new terms, or new coinage for money. The shop alone shows how many there are, and the fact that there is some crazy spending to be done, but money being consolidated down past Eclipse coins, good in my book. Orion is here, so if you don't know, star signs, they are basically completely like, you don't need to micromanage them anymore. The reason for it being is actually something to do with a balance change, not just some quality of life. So, once you unlock star signs, once you unlock the infinite star signs, the lab chip that doubles your active star sign bonuses applies to all star signs once you have them infinite. So there are some fantastic quality of life implications in regards to that. You don't have to micromanage your star signs anymore. Now you can sit here and do your clickers in your free time. So sit here and start pushing these out. work on your Metaphagors, work on your Megafish, and you can simply click between the two to boost your clicking. So if you really want to, you can clicker while clicking on your clickers. So I know for a fact, I know several individuals who are actively working on Poppy and Orion while they're doing the new Clam Works clicker. So that's, I'll take it as a good quality of life to have. Oh boy, that's a fun visual bug. Oh boy, no, it is new, so I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Kunai, basically don't drop in sneaking anymore if you already have everybody unlocked, so that's one less thing in your pool. So if you have all 10 characters, guess what? Kunai don't show up anymore, which is good. Tome got a change, and I believe I showed off in the last section, but if you go to World 4 and you go to Tome, you can click on the question mark here for Tome ranking, and it'll tell you the Tome point breakpoint. So you don't need to be looking in Toolbox anymore to kind of determine at what point do you get the top 5%, top 1%, etc., etc. So you can do that here now. Next is you can, my notes are scribbled. You can now hold down on the Ninja Knowledge upgrades and sneaking, which is very, very good. So you're able to sit here rather than click away rapid fire. You're able to actually hold and start putting in your upgrades across the board rather than sit here and click for an eternity. So thank God for that. You can now click and hold the reset spiral upgrades in Poppies, which is good, but I really haven't seen a use for it. And one slight change is you can now double click your character when you're in the main menu to pop into the game rather than just hitting play. So slight changes here or there, but overall I'd say some good quality of life.
Pretty, isn't it? Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Now for a long list of balance changes. So damage scaling has changed. Obviously that's evident with such as Crystal and a few other things, but from what I understand, it basically makes it so that the way damage is calculated is slightly different compared to the old system. So it doesn't remove any bonuses, it just changes how the numbers kind of total out. Emperor HP scales slower, so we've seen a lot of people be able to really push their Emperor now. Like I went from struggling on one of my Emperors to I blazed straight through him day one. So make sure you're re-upping your Emperor in that case. Multi-character lock portals in World 6 require less people. So the final lock, which used to require 9, now requires 3. Windwalker upgrade costs have been reduced, which is beautiful. The lab chip that doubles your trophies now gives a 10% gallery bonus once you reach World 7. The lab chip that doubles your active star signs now doubles all infinite star signs once you unlock infinite star signs. So you don't have to micromanage them anymore, which does explain why the constellations quick reference was removed in place of clickers. The amount of balls that you can get from Kilroy has been increased from 6 to 10, but there's a maximum on how many you can get per week. So RIP to Kilroy. The Emperor set now requires 7 equipment instead of 6, which the 7th is a new Bramble of the Emperor pendant that is unlocked in the tasks feature, which if you haven't used in a long time, you gotta go dig that up. Gaming sprouts grow a bit slower depending on how good the crop scientist is, so it's more of a bug chance or a bug fix from how it was previously. Most of the MSA bonuses were buffed, so your stuff like your farming XP, Jade, Cooking, Class XP, and Essence gain. Yang Cogs were slightly buffed, so they'll apply to all of them, not just the newly purchased ones. This way they're supposed to have the best stats, apparently. I personally haven't seen it myself. Let's see. For pet territory fights, they removed the small healers from the late fights and reduced HP on enemies, so it makes it easier to unlock final spices, or you can do the lazy man's way and just buy them from the shop. So there's that. Drop rates on candies scale differently, so they're a lot easier to get for newer players compared to older players. It's been a slight change, but realistically, it's not super noticeable from between being a newer player and an older player in terms of progress, so it's fine. There's been an adjustment to the amount of tome points needed for a few metrics, so the way that tome points has changed and been restructured, there's quite a few that have been added as well. Tentacles skill has had a breakpoint reduction of 1 second, so that's a factor now. They rearranged tome metrics, so they're slightly more organized rather than just being all over the place and jumping around, so they're kind of chock-a-block up between worlds. Bowman's speed now caps out at 2000 move speed rather than having no cap. Veins of Infernal Talent now caps out at smithing 100 compared to having no cap. And there are a few bug fixes. So the freezing bug that hits quite a few of the endgame players has been fixed. So you won't sit there and freeze up on your game or have 20 to 30 minute loading times as soon as you boot up. The gold relic artifact has also been fixed in terms of print or sample size, so that's good to have. For you mobile players, 2 bugs have been fixed. One with the trapping XP overflow, so when you auto-claimed your traps and you would overflow, it would crash your game and you'd lose progress on that. That's been fixed. And the anvil production overflow on mobile has also been fixed. There has been a fix to the inconsistency of alchemy when it comes to viewing stats, which I think I've seen sporadically, but nothing too major. There was a bug fix regarding newbies when they would level up alchemy somehow before encountering World 2. That has been fixed. And there has been a fix for display error. There are still a few bugs that are out there just so you guys are aware of the issues at hand. The chip repository has been broken still, and the World 2 dungeon still crashes quite a bit. I've heard conflicting reports on sneaking charms being broken, but I cannot confirm whether they have been fixed or not at this time. So just stay safe out there and be advised that we still may need to report more bugs as we go on. Well, we've reached the end of this quote-unquote patch notes / quick overview for World 7. This is the first time I've done such a video, and I figured why not give it a shot. So if you like this kind of content, let me know. I'll try to do it in the future. But do expect more in-depth guides for all World 7 content once that becomes fully fleshed out. Again, to reiterate, this is the first part of World 7, as previously mentioned by Lava. This isn't the full release, full end-all be-all. For context, one of the routes for the map is currently locked behind it. We are currently being forced full right rather than down and following the path for the rest of the map. This is the current lock at Balloonfish. We are trying to explore the rest of it, and there's still plenty of secrets to be had, plenty of content to unlock, and everybody's going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. We should be back to weekly updates, so I'm looking forward to all the new content and all the build-out for the new mechanics. I think Spelunking is going to be absolutely fun. It's going to be one of my favorite mechanics in my mind, but we will see. So please expect future content in regard to guides on all of the new systems and setups. And if you have any advice, any critiques, things like that, please let me know in the comments below. If you like and you want to see more IdleOn content in the future, like account reviews, which I am planning on resuming, doing them live once IdleOn Toolbox has been fixed, please feel free to drop a sub below. Click the notification bell. It helps me get seen from the algorithm, because Lord knows what's going on in that black box. Until next time, folks, please stay safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next IdleOn video. Have a good one. Hey, so you made it to the end of the video. This is where we give a little shout out to those amazing YouTube memberships and awesome Twitch subs that help keep the channel going. Especially a shout out to KH3 Confirmed, Boat60, and Zeno89.